What's going on, everyone? It's time to talk about the next vacation film. Well, the fourth one in the series, and that is Vegas Vacation. So, yeah, it's released by Warner Brothers February 14th, 1997, starring Chevy Chase, written by Alicia Bell, produced by Jerry Ventrode, and directed by Stephen Kieser, who's only done like three other films, like Paul Williams Still Alive, The Independent, and Burke Street Gym, whatever, or Burke Street Gym, whatever those ones are. It had a budget of $25 million and only made 36.4 million, which in big studio terms wasn't that good. It was somewhat of a flop, a moderate success, I guess you could say. It made a little bit of profit, but not enough to go any further. Yeah, so the Griswolds are back, obviously with two new kids who never appeared in any of the other films. But yeah, they go to Vegas for a family trip, and so yeah, so that's that. Um, yeah, so Clark, when they get there, develops a gambling addiction. So he's always gambling away his life savings and stuff. His wife falls in love with their idol uh, pop star who's performing there and goes and spends time at his house and everything like that. The oldest son gets fake IDs and yeah, manages to find a fake ID and ends up being quite the winner and becoming rich. And yeah, his older sister becomes a stripper thanks to her cousin and her crazy goof of goofs of cousins and stuff. So yeah, they meet the cousins from the original, which ends up causing a lot of more craziness and quirkiness. There's a lot more good jokes in this one I found than the previous one, European Vacation, especially when they go to the Hoover Dam. And don't mind the water, it's just going to be spilling. And of course, Clark Griswold wants to block it all off with chewing gum and somehow ends up on the outside of the dam. It is pretty funny. It's a pretty good road trip. Half of the jokes though are pretty predictable, which we've seen in like tons of other movies and stuff. A lot of them are your stereotypical Vegas jokes in it, and but overall, it is still quite the fun film. Definitely, not as like a little more lowbrow humor and stuff in it than the others films and stuff, but definitely more enjoyable and stuff. Like when his Clark and his cousin go to a casino, it's all easy games like staring contests and things like that. Like things that would never happen in Vegas unless you had like a kids casino. But yeah, um, for the most part, I enjoyed it. The kids are super annoying in this one too for some reason. Not as bad as some of the other ones though, and a lot of it is just silly dumb stuff that no one would actually do or anything like that. And some of the jokes in slapstick style was pretty childish, but yeah, overall it was still amusing, but definitely not as good as the other ones I've seen. So for all that, I'm gonna give Vegas Vacation a 3.5 out of 5. We're just slowly dropping, and yeah, it's probably the lowest one out of the Chevy Chase ones. I'm gonna rate the give so, but that's what happens when you make multiple sequels. They're obviously not gonna be as good, and that unless you do something drastic. Which this one, it seemed like they kind of were running out of ideas, and it kind of burnt. They kind of burnt themselves out basically. It was still an amusing time, though. Definitely worth the watch if you haven't seen it. If you have, maybe relive it if you want to. And sometimes they're more interesting on a second viewing. I might do that later on. But yeah, for the most part, Vegas Vacation is a moderately okay comedy. So yeah, there's a trailer link down below, like always, if you want to check that out. Also, my Instagram's always linked down below. I post clips of films I'm review in the future on my story. So make sure you follow me there to stay in the loop. I usually have the film title and hashtag and subgenre and the hashtag so you're aware of it. Or you could also follow me on Letterbox at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the film. So yeah, follow me on one of those two to stay in the loop. Like this video, share so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below and let me know what your favorite vacation movie is down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on them. And yeah, if you have any films, any comedies, or any films at all that you want to hear my opinions on, comment them down below. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. And yeah, make sure you subscribe because I'm actually going to review the reboot Vacation one probably next, and then we'll go into some other weird stuff to talk about. But yeah, it's been quite fun going through these comedy films. It's been a while since I did a lot of comedies at once, so it's always good to get into different genres and stuff. So yeah, Vegas Vacation was okay, but hopefully when you go to Vegas, none as ridiculous as this. But who knows? It's Vegas. So till the next film review, I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So cheers.